When footsteps fall in eldritch hollows, and spectres flee into the shadows, that is the time when horror's heroes abound, culling the ghouls that go bump in the night.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Haven't you? People all go a madhouse someplace. I hate to even think about it.
He's alive! He's alive! 8 bells and all is well from the heart of Lovecraft Country in the birthplace of American religious liberty. My name is Shanthan Jetty. This is Shanthan Jetty Art, and this is the first Pizza Live of 2025, guys. Here we are. We made it. I've got my Pizza Live shirt on. I'm ready to rock und roll. And we've got a heck of a movie here. It's snowing, says Comrade Sammy. Yeah, it has been, it's been snowing here. It snowed here today, and I know it snowed a few places. I believe it snowed in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, but I need some confirmation. Happy New Year, everybody. This is our first Pizza Live of the new year. I see a happy 2025 from Cranberry Landers. It is appreciated, and it is returned. And speaking of channel members, Cranberry Landers is in this house. It is great to see you, and of course, Mark's Music Obsession is in the house. It is great to see you, my friends. Indeed, we are going to have some fun tonight. This is a good movie. And if we have fun tonight, then I expect everybody to Wang Chung tonight. There, I said it. It's a moral imperative. We've got How's Your Father on the scene. We have got John on the scene. Hello, John. Hello, how's your father? Let's see who else we've got here. We have got Emo Trash on the scene. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Let me see here. Who did I miss? Here, let's see. Emo, I got Cranberry John. Let me make sure I got everybody. Comrade Sammy is here. Hello, Comrade Sammy. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Yes, it is apparently snowing all over the place. I heard they got snow in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which makes no sense to me. Someone was telling me 6 inches of snow. Is that right? That's crazy. Do I sound a little low? Somebody let me know if I'm sounding a little bit low. I'll see what I can do. Let me just take a look at it and I'll see. We can do this thing on the fly here, guys. Let me see here. Let me go to sound because every now and again, the sound gets turned down just a little bit. So let me see how this is. Is this any better? Let me know if this is any better. Shant's down. No. He sounds happy enough. Well, you know, how much is happy enough? You never know. It really depends. But guys, listen, this is Pizza Live, and we've got a banger of a movie tonight. We have got Indestructible Man. Now, Indestructible Man is a flick starring Lon Chaney Jr., whose father was the great Lon Chaney Sr., he was born Creighton Chaney, actually. Lon Chaney Jr. was, Lon Chaney Sr. was the man of 1,000 faces. Apparently, one of the faces he wasn't particularly fond of was the face of being a dad. So he wasn't maybe the best in that regard. But Lon Chaney Jr. decided to change his name from Creighton to Lon Chaney Jr. To help open his door in entertainment. He was in the film adaptation of Mice and Men, the Steinbeck novel, and won tons of acolytes from that. And then, of course, that led to him playing the Wolfman in 1941's Wolfman. And so this is a guy who came on the scene and gave us the Wolfman that we all know and love. He went on to play the Wolfman, I believe, in every single film the Wolfman appeared for Universal. He always played him, and he's one of the only actors who could say that. Boris Karloff didn't play Frankenstein's monster in every film that Frankenstein's monster appeared in. Bela Lugosi only played Dracula twice. Once in the original Dracula film, And then the second time was in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein and the Wolfman, which is kind of amazing. It was the only other time he donned the costume of Dracula, was in Abbott and Costello's Meet Frankenstein and the Wolfman, and I just love that. I love the ANC movies. They're fantastic. So here we have him in another film. Now, this film is later on. This is 1956. So we've got a good 15 years between what we've got going on in The Wolfman and then his career through that and this. And I've not seen this movie. I've only seen parts of it. I've only heard rumors. It's kind of a film noir, scary flick, and it looks really interesting. So I'm curious to see what it looks like and what it's about. So let's see what we're up to here, guys. So here's the thing. We've got some wind coming and going here, so I don't know what could happen. You never know. Wi-Fi could go down. We're going to, God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be able to get through this one. And then you never know, if you've been on Pizza live streams before, if some little soundtrack element is going to cause us some trouble. And we're just going to have to see what we can do if that happens. But my hope is, I hope, John's like, I hope Tammy D got a mouse costume for Christmas. Don't we all, though? Don't we all? Agreed. Yeah, so that's my cue to get my ice cream, guys. Now, I'm hoping here at Pizza Live, where we watch movies on an old television set. And we're barricaded in. We're barricaded into the room, the very same room from Night of the Living Dead. And the pizza, knock on wood, will be hot. So once I start this show, I want you guys to feel free to reach into your screen, grab a slice of pizza, or if you don't like what I've got on the screen, you can order one for yourself, and let's sit back, get cozy, and watch Lon Chaney Jr. as the Indestructible Man. Not Instructible, although I'm sure he was Instructible and Indestructible right now, and let us see what we are in for. So let me know how the volume is for you guys, and we're going to go from there. All right, let's do this thing. Woo, pizza's hot. I love those titles. Cranberry Langers saying the volume is good right now. Glad to hear it. Comrade Sammy says, currently drawing. Drawing is all good. Yeah, the music on the intro is great. I had to echo it a little bit just to make sure we didn't get stopped in the first few minutes. But this has got great music soundtrack, and hopefully, like I said, we don't have any nonsense from YouTube about it, because this movie is thoroughly in the public domain. Oh, I'm lower than the movie. Let me see. I'll dip it down just a little bit. Let me know if that's a little better. Hey, Lord Henson, Comic Skater,
I was
channel
dictating
numbers
the
here.
wrap-up on the Butcher Benton package. I'm Lieutenant Dick Chasen.
You've got to be kidding
This
me.
hadn't been a routine case. And to find the answer, I've had to put a lot of little pieces together.
Howdy, Lord.
It began on the day most cases can be called closed. It was the day before the butcher was to be executed. He was visited by
that's
his
the
attorney,
greatest
Paul
name
Lowe,
ever.
in the death house. It was at this first meeting the Butcher Benton case
Terry,
took
how
its
we
first
doing?
switch.
Well, that's it, Butcher. The evidence against you was so strong, the governor turned down your appeal.
You're
It's
a
great to see my
rotten
friend.
liar, Lowe.
I,
You started
Mark,
railroading me from the beginning of the trial. And
It
now
was
you're
said.
still trying to throw me curves.
Look, I don't blame you for being edgy, but get this straight.
Ooh,
I didn't
my
double-cross
face.
you. I never worked harder for a client.
You mean you never worked harder for a client to get him sentenced?
You were a fool, Butcher. If you hadn't tried to double-cross Squeamy Ellis and Joe Marcelli, they wouldn't have turned state's evidence against you. But you had to get greedy. You wanted to keep the whole $600,000 for yourself. Well, the boys got sore, and I don't blame them.
It was all your idea. You planned the whole job. You hired us. When you found out I'd staged the money, you decided it was time for me to
Good to
die.
see you, Atari.
You got those two crumbs to turn state's evidence on me. You stinking rotten mouthpiece.
We both know that isn't
He's a
true,
good
Butcher.
actor.
Now, look, what's the sense in not giving me the money? It's not gonna do you any good.
Well, I'll have the satisfaction of knowing that none of you three crumbs are gonna spend it.
What about Eva? Don't you owe her something?
Wow.
You tell me where the money is, I'll see that she gets your share.
I've got a different idea.
Mark,
I'm
you
gonna
ain't
kill
kidding.
you and Squeamy and Joe. Then I'll take care of Eva myself.
You thick-headed ape, you're gonna die tomorrow.
Remember what I said? I'm gonna get you. All three of you.
Even for you, Butcher, that'd be quite a trick. So long, dead man.
Wow.
Remember what I said? I'm gonna kill you. All three of you.
Jeez. Oh my God. Lon Chaney Jr. delivering some grim words. Yeah, and your little dog too is right, John. And let me say this: he plays
Back
such
in
a
Los Angeles,
sympathetic
two men
character
sat in a
Wolfman.
bar room listening to a newscaster tell his headline story.
I love the
He played up
noir
big
aspect.
the butcher's threat to kill Paul Lowe, Squeamy Ellis, and Joe Marcelli for their having turned state's evidence against him.
Ah,
Squeamy Ellis didn't seem happy over the butcher's threat. Neither did Joe Marcelli. But they had figured, once a dead man, always a dead man. But this was one time everyone was in for a surprise, including the entire police department.
I love it. Noir and horror. This is perfect. Dang. I'm gonna get you, all three of you. Terry, you ain't kidding. There it is, right there. Yep. Squeamy Ellis. Yep.
You seen the headlines, Captain?
Teletype just came in from San Francisco. Butcher's execution is set for 5 o'clock this afternoon. And like the newspapers say, he still refuses to talk about that stolen money.
Wow.
Well, I still have hopes of coming up with something.
Happy New Year, Tari. Happy New Year, everyone.
That's what I
in the
dropped by
chat.
for, Dick. With Butcher's execution, the department's marking it case closed. That means
Tari's
you'll
coming
be
in late. Can
reassigned.
everybody let Tari know what the name of our
I spent a
detective
whole
is?
year trying to break this case. As far as I'm concerned, Butcher's death is just the beginning.
Perfect. You're right, John.
Of course, I can't prove it, but I think that Paul Lowe was the top man. And even though I have to keep working on it while off duty, I'm going to get Lowe, Squeamy Ellis, and Joe Marcelli.
Okay, Lieutenant. Officially, I've taken you off of the case. Unofficially, I wish you luck. Do me a favor. Keep me posted.
Will do.
He's got it.
Thanks, John.
He's gonna take that course correction.
I headed for Eva Martin. She worked in a local burlesque house.
Oh, look at that
I'm a
type.
cop, and
Sorry.
my job is to ask questions and get answers.
Great font.
So I decided I might as well start again with her.
I think this movie's gonna be good. What do you guys think?
Come in.
Well, well.
Oh. What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you.
Talk? You're a cop, aren't you?
That's a good question. I can't even find a 3-ton armored car, let alone the $600,000, and I've been on the case a year.
It's the greatest name ever.
I've told you, and I've told you, and I've told you. I don't know anything about the money. I never did.
Benton's gonna be dead in a little while. I thought it might make a difference.
I never knew anything about the
Amen.
money.
Good tone. Yep, not
Call me
diaphanous, but
dumb.
acceptable.
I didn't even know Charles was in the rackets until the trial.
Take it easy, kid.
You're on, Eva. You know, Noir was well out at this point. This must have been a real throwback to have that kind of noir overtalk, you know? It's weird. It's a specific kind of narration that they did in noir. Wow, he's reading the Post. There's a throwback. God, everybody's just waiting for that execution.
Honey, here's your wrap.
Oh my God. Here's your wrap. Look at those outfits. Amen, amen. What the heck? Yeah, I like the characters too.
A few moments ago, Butcher Benton, without revealing the whereabouts of the $600,000 stolen in the armored car,
$600,000 is
paid
crazy,
for his
Mark. You're
crimes
absolutely
against
right.
society in the gas chamber at San Quentin.
My God.
Now for a look at the international scene. Today,
Gas chamber.
Come on, baby. Don't waste tears on Benton.
I feel so badly about Charles. If I'd known, maybe I could have done something.
How about a drink? We could both use one.
An artist can't drink while she's working, Paul.
Boy, see.
The heck?
What's that? Well, now what's the matter?
It's a message from Charles. He told me to open it if
Whoa.
he died.
finale, Eva.
All right.
How about a steak after the show?
No, thanks. Not tonight, Paul.
Not tonight, Paul. In every way possible. Oh, you dude. Come on now.
I didn't find out until much later, but
I know,
Paul
I'm thinking
Lowe,
about steak,
in
too.
opening the letter the butcher had given Eva, found a map outlining a section of the city sewer system. And
Wow.
clearly identified was the spot where the butcher had hidden the stolen payroll.
There you go,
He
comrade.
replaced it with a $50 bill. I guess he figured
Lord
$50 to
Vincent.
gain $600,000
He
was
has a
not a
headache.
bad day's work.
You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Jonathan, everyone, we're dealing with wildfire. Oh my gosh, you're in Los Angeles, so please keep us in your prayers. Tari, of course. Of
And a
course,
few hundred
my
miles
friend.
away
My
in
God,
San
I've
Francisco,
been
the
keeping
case
track of
took
that.
another switch,
Keep us
which
in your
turned
prayers.
the next
I'm also
72
listening to
hours
authorities
into
if we have
one
to
long,
evacuate
hideous
so far.
nightmare. Dr. Bradshaw, a distinguished biochemist,
saying, oh,
was
it's
making
okay.
preparations for a
And of
final
course, Tom.
experiment which he hoped
Yes.
would lead the way to a
Without a
cure for
doubt.
cancer. He'd been successful with laboratory animals. The last step called for a human body.
Amen.
And Dr. Bradshaw's assistant
Praise
quickly
up,
made a
success.
deal with a local mortuary and returned to the laboratory
Yes.
with the dead body of Butcher
Absolute
Benton.
time. God bless you. Keep you too. Amen.
You made good time.
Well, I didn't waste any.
Any trouble?
No, I just handed the money over and moved the body into your station wagon. That was that.
Good. Get a syringe.
Okay, so now that, wow, look at this. This is a really nice,
He's in good
nice
shape.
set here.
Well, I hope so.
We'll get other blood samples later. We'll run this one through fast.
Right.
Oh, wow. I mean, that almost looks
Now
like,
wheel him into the machine and then raise him.
laboratory. It's really cool. I have a bad feeling about this. Was he? No. No, Mark. Oh, now I've got to go back and take a look at. Yes. My God. I got to take a look at him when he comes around now. Good God.
Ready?
You mean you're going to give him 287,000
Amen.
volts?
Yes, yes. I'll get the fluoroscope set. We'll check with that before we start dissecting. Turn off the lights.
So they're gonna shock him.
There you are, old boy. If you respond properly and my theory is sound, you'll be more famous dead than alive.
What is this guy
Throw the
doing?
switch.
Yeah, this is absolutely straight out of university. It's like a weird mixture of 30s and 40s horror with the 1950s film, and then noir. This is a wild movie, guys. Lots of different genres coming together. Wow. That is something else. You know what's so funny? I was just thinking that, John. You're right. Right on the money there. It is.
Wait,
like
I
the
thought I
first
saw a
Frankenstein.
pulsation of the heart.
You're right.
Dr. Bradshaw is beginning to breathe. You've brought this man back to life.
No. The heart muscle has simply responded to a terrific electrical shock, that's all.
Oh no, wait.
Yes, but it does prove that the cells still function.
Dr. Bradshaw, he is alive.
A shock reaction, it can't last.
Is someone gonna say it's alive?
The cells are multiplying now, if your theory is right.
We could keep that reaction going longer.
Wow.
But it's worth a try.
This is something else.
Get the body
Amen.
out.
Tari, I'm in the same place. This ain't going anywhere good for y'all, I think. And I gotta say this, too, for those of you guys that don't know, Lon Chaney Jr. was a giant man. He was, often called a gentle giant, but he was a big dude for the time.
Get some adrenaline from the supply room. Some amyl nitrite, too. Hurry, hurry.
Built like a linebacker.
You mustn't move. Your heart can't stand the strain. Now you must lie still. Please, please. Easy now.
Oh, here we
Easy.
go.
Easy.
Look at that.
You must lie. Easy, please.
That is not a short man that he just stood up next to. Now, we've even got the Frankenstein walk going. My God.
Dr. Bradshaw's experiment had given life back to the butcher. He tried to talk, but the electrical voltage had burned out his vocal cords. Yet it hadn't destroyed his brain. He knew who he was. He knew who he hated. As he stumbled about the room, I think he thought only about one. Kill Lowe, Squeamy, and Joe Marcelli. The tremendous electrical voltage that Dr. Bradshaw had given the butcher had increased his cellular structure to the point where he was no longer a man. Dr. Bradshaw's experiment had created a vicious, brutal animal with an almost inconceivable amount of strength.
Here it is.
Dr. Bradshaw must have believed the butcher's regained life would last for only a few minutes. Therefore, instead of calling for help, the doctor decided to handle his creation alone.
Now, easy, Benton. Just relax. I'm a doctor. I want to try to help you. Do you understand me? You're in my laboratory. The execution was carried out and you were declared dead. I tried an experiment on you and brought you back to life, although I didn't intend that. Now, you've had a great shock. Now come
that
and sit
sounded like
down.
the opening of the
Be
Bill
quiet
Bixby
now.
Hulk.
Come and sit down.
The Incredible
Take it
Hulk.
easy. That's the boy.
Hey, Death Phantom, how you doing? I was struggling to figure out chat. Death Phantom, it's good to see you, my friend. Cherry Psalms is here. It's great to see you. Hey, my fellow Indestructibles,
His
indeed.
reactions are violent.
How do you explain this?
Each cell must have multiplied 100 times, perhaps thousands.
There you go.
His strength is unbelievable. No, it's too late for the amyl nitrite. I want to get some blood samples, make some tests on him, find out what's happened. Get me a syringe.
God, look at him. He would have been a great Hulk, but I have a feeling he doesn't understand. Look at that. Whoa.
Why won't the needle
Welcome,
penetrate
welcome.
the skin?
Tissue must be
Good to see you
nearly a
all.
solid mass of cells.
Welcome,
How
Rocket
are we going to
Squirrel,
get the blood
Cherry
sample?
Psalms. Look at that.
Surgically, perhaps. Now, easy, man. Take it easy. You can't leave here now. I'm responsible for your being alive.
Oh! Dang! Ooh. I don't think that went well. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Lord Hinson. I think you may have won the chat tonight. You'll have to settle for stools. Well played. Well played indeed. Man, look at this. Yeah. Right? He just went full Hulk on them. Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. Yeah, don't mention it in front of them while he's still there. Yep, nice.
Towards the
Thank
end
you
of
for
this
bringing me
case,
back.
Captain
Right.
Lauder and I found out the doctor and his assistant had been murdered.
Wow.
But I'm getting ahead of my story. The butcher didn't know how he had been brought back from the dead, and he didn't care. All he knew, he was alive. Then this monster-made man started thinking about Los Angeles.
Agreed.
On that very night
Yes,
back
he
in
did.
Los Angeles, I decided to stop
Oh,
playing
man, look at
detective
that.
for a little while. I went to the burlesque house to ask Eva to have dinner with me. After all, the butcher was dead, and if I got lucky, sooner or later I figured Paul
Shady
Lowe would
smash
lead me to
indeed,
the
rocket
stolen
squad.
payroll. In a way, that possibility made me even feel better.
There you have it, guys.
It's not fair to watch the show from backstage.
Next time, I'll pay admission.
I take it by that remark you like my routine.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
What I can't figure out,
Cheers.
though, is why you stay in a place like this. It shouldn't be hard for someone like you to get a job in a class spot.
If you weren't a detective, I'd be willing to bet with a line like that your next remark would be, how about dinner?
Well, not exactly dinner, but a hamburger might be a good idea.
What's up,
If
awesome?
you're
one?
asking
Yo!
in an official capacity, I can't say no.
I'm off duty.
For the past 6 months, all I've ever called you is Lieutenant Chasen. Do you have a first name?
Uh-huh.
Yep, man-made monster where Cheney became electrically superpowered.
Give me
after
10 minutes
scientists
for a quick
experimented.
change,
Yep.
because you just made yourself a date, Lieutenant.
Oh, happy
I
birthday
mean,
to you tomorrow. Awesome one. Happy birthday, my friend. Yep, Grandpa Fred. That's right. That blows my mind.
You know something, Dick? I haven't had hamburger in the front seat of an automobile with a guy in a lot of years.
Well, from now on, we'll do it more often.
It's funny. I always figured a policeman wasn't really a human being. I mean,
Whoa.
unless he was arresting someone or trying to solve a case, he was unhappy.
Shows you how wrong you are. In fact, everyone on the force gets fed up occasionally with the job they do. Maybe we're more human than anyone else. We see so much trouble, we get to hate the word.
Look at that.
But as long as the world's filled with people, there'll have to be men who enforce the laws.
What
loving
made
this.
you join the department?
Now,
loving
who's
this.
making with the questions?
No, honest, I'd like to know.
Woohoo!
Well, it's
Excellent,
really
awesome
a
one.
very short
Congratulations.
story.
Yes, happy early birthday. They're
When I
pouring
got
in.
out of the Air
Got a
Corps, I
hamburger too. I'm
knocked
with you.
around
Happy
for a
birthday,
while.
Kramer Langer says. Happy birthday from
I
Lord.
went to work for an
Hinson,
oil
comic
company.
skater, God bless you.
One day, I went
Emo
back to
Trash
college
Girl's
on
definitely
the
going to have
GI Bill.
near-death experience. with
Just before
pictures. Yeah,
graduation,
probably.
I noticed all
What
about
great
the police
writing, though,
department
man.
exams. Seemed a pretty good thing to do with
Amen.
your life, so
That's
I
right.
took the exams.
Tari's got
passed,
his number.
and went
Tari's
on from
taking it
there.
down.
If I ask one more question, will you give me a straight answer?
Try me.
Am I still part of the Charles Benton investigation? I mean, right now.
I don't think so. As far as the department's concerned, when Benton was executed, the case was marked closed.
Wow.
But inside of me, that's not good enough.
I don't follow you.
Well, the $600,000 is still missing.
God bless you.
And a fast-talking underworld lawyer like Paul Lowe is walking around a free man. Someday, no matter how long it takes, I'll get him and the money.
This is the
Until I
definition
do,
of
the Benton case for
noir
me is
hero,
not closed.
or detective hero.
Give you my word, Dick.
Beautiful.
Charles Benton never told me anything about the money.
Oh, I've
That
been
he's a
sure of
good
that
man,
for a long time.
ready for his time, fit for his time. But he'd be a good
How
man
did
at
you
any
ever
time.
get mixed up with anyone like the butcher?
His trouble ever started just happened. I had a roommate who used to date Benton all the time. One day she packed and left for Chicago. Benton carried a torch for her, and he used my shoulder to cry on. First thing I knew, we were having dinner together, and a few weeks later, I was labeled by the police as this #1 suspect and Benton's girl. But it was never like that. I made only one mistake. I felt sorry for him.
You mean, until he was arrested for the robbery and the killing, you had no idea how he earned a living?
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I only went out with Benton a couple of times. And all we ever talked about was Madge, my old roommate. The last time I saw him, he tried to get
you
too
guys
friendly,
the best resolution
and that's when I told him he had the wrong girl. But like I said,
I'd
I'd already made my mistake.
What about the burlesque?
Oh, don't get me started about that
How do
one.
you two fit
Awesome one.
together?
That movie creeped me out
You
for a
sound
while.
like a lot of other people.
What was that movie called again?
I left a small town a couple of years ago because I won a beauty contest, and the first prize was a screen test.
After which, nothing happened?
That's right.
Oh, she's
Only it was pretty rough. And then one day I read an ad about
glad to hear
girls
it, Joe.
wanted for a burlesque show. I auditioned and I got the job. You know something? It's like any other job. If you're looking for trouble, you can find it even in a schoolroom.
Well, when the screen test didn't work out, though, why didn't you go on home?
Well, first you have to have a home to go back to. My folks are dead, so Los Angeles was as good as any
Yeah, let's
place
know,
else.
Mark, how the resolution is if you're on a big screen.
I don't know about you, but I do 8 shows a day, and at this
The
hour
one
I'm
where the
pushed.
guy bit the other guy.
I know what you mean.
Which one was that?
Mind if I drive you home?
Was that in this one?
No. And I'll tell you something else. I haven't minded anything about tonight.
Oh, I like
Not
to
even
hear
the
that.
hamburger.
That's good. I remember when I was
I kept
building up
playing
that
tag
pizza,
with
and I said,
Lowe.
you gotta
He
have it,
made
guys.
4 telephone calls.
We need more pizza
3 of
parties.
them
Do you
didn't
know what I
interest
mean in
me,
our lives?
but one did. The one to Joe Marcelli.
Uh-oh.
I watched Joe head for his meeting with Lowe, and for some unknown reason, I began to get the feeling that this case was finally about to explode in my favor.
Uh-oh.
You see what I mean? Well,
Is that
look at
Mama Fratelli from the Goonies? My
I
God.
seen him stagger on 2 legs, but he's doing it on 4.
Shut up,
Oh, Mark's on his phone.
Well, look who's
Understood,
calling
Mark.
names. At least I ain't a squealer, a stoolie.
That's right.
I warned you before.
All right, Harry, that's enough. I'll take care of him. I want to talk to him.
Okay, Mr. Lowe. With any future business you've got with this
Gotta
psycho,
have hot
take care of it
pizza for
upstairs in
lunch.
your office.
I'm having guests
Keep showing
over.
around here,
You
sooner or
find
later he's going to
people
get
here to watch
slugged, cripple
horror
or no
movies.
cripple.
I
All right,
got
get
hot
up there.
pizza
Sit
for you. That's how it's gotta be. 15 watching here on YouTube, 15 likes, not bad. We've got 51 people total watching. My goodness, so hello to everybody on X. I hope you guys are well and enjoying yourselves.
Bad. You'll get one after I talk to you. You sober enough to understand?
Yeah, I run out of dough.
Great sets,
No wonder.
by the
Look
way.
at you. You used to be the best torch man in
Great
town.
character.
Now, I don't think you could crack a safe if you knew the combination.
No jobs. Nobody wants me since I turned stakes on Benton. That's your doing. You taught me.
All right, quit crying. I got a job for you. If you can stay off that stuff long enough.
You know I can if I've got a job.
That's
How
right,
much?
it's gotta be.
What is it?
It's $2,000 in it for you.
Oh, had a reservation
I
for a
knew where he
steakhouse.
pulled
It
the
just
job.
got oh no!
Interested?
Oh,
$2,000 ain't much out of 600,000.
There'll be other expenses.
Hello,
Besides, that
Twitter
money's
crowd.
plenty.
Indeed, Tari says 17
whenever
likes.
I
You
get
guys are
another
crushing it, man. My God.
I'll do it. How soon do you want me to go to work?
Set it up for tomorrow night. Call me before noon. I'm going to the races. 1. And that's all. The job's over.
Wow. That is something else. Uh-oh. Here comes the human tank. Look out, everybody. He ain't kidding around. And Austin, what I'm so sorry to hear about your reservation. I mean, you know, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Texas got, you know, Dallas-Fort Worth got hit apparently with, what was it, 6 inches of snow? That's ludicrous for Texas. In Tennessee, we get 6 inches. It's the same thing that shut us down back when I was growing up there. You know, here it's just plows run and salt because we have all the gear. Yes, I know. I've been in
Butcher was walking slowly
South when we
toward
shut
Los
down for the
Angeles.
threat of snow.
He'd traveled through wooded hills to prevent being seen by anyone. Finally,
Wow.
he came to a quiet road.
He looks like
He
the
stopped to get his bearings. And then he saw
Oh,
her.
wow, predicted
He
4
saw
inches.
something
Wow.
else. An automobile.
Well.
For the butcher, that rang a bell. With a car, he knew by the next afternoon he'd be in Los Angeles in plenty of time to catch up with the 3 men who had double-crossed him.
Dang. I was in Tennessee. I'm in Rhode Island now. I'm in the heart of Lovecraft country, but I did grow up there. Yeah, I mean,
Well, see, you're a real gentleman to be helping strangers in distress. I hope you don't mind me using the bait here as bait. Quite a dish, isn't she? But that's what she gets paid for. Bait, that is. Yes, sir. She's a real shaker artist of my outfit. Carnival man myself. Just call me Connie. Yeah. Well, friend, we're in a little bit of difficulty here. Got a flat tire, brand new car, no tools in the back. Why, some of these dealers make my carnival grifters look like babes in the woods.
Well. What on earth? Whoa. 1983. Wow.
Soundkill, holy. Say, who you with, friend? Let it down. Let it down.
Jeez, he is the Hulk.
No matter who you with, friend, believe me, I can do better for both of us. I'll make a fortune for the both of us.
Oh! She may be the bait for attracting attention, but my God, she couldn't act her way out of a paper bag. J-Bot, what's up, Mighty? Bot Studios is here. Whoa,
later,
look
the
at
San
that
Francisco
dang.
Police
Hubba,
Department sent out an APB.
Whoa, champagne crack.
Squads were
Okay,
sent to
that's
various
gotta
parts
be
of
up
the
there.
country.
That's gotta be our second best comment. I'm loving it. You guys are killing it tonight. I tip my cap to you. Look at this, man. People always talk about this, and obviously there's been a lot of stuff about this, going around lately. But there was such there's such a look to certain parts of the country and certain time periods that are just breathtaking. And this time period, the noir time period, is just something else. Look at those cars. I mean, my God. Just incredible.
Roadblocks were thrown up to catch the
exactly, right? Why
bloody killer.
I guess he's got a crush, doesn't he?
Each squad kept reporting back to central headquarters, and each of their stories was the same. So far, none of them had spotted the car the killer was driving. Orders were given to shoot to kill, because from the girls' further accounts, they realized they were dealing with a maniac.
You are dealing with a maniac. That two together. Oh my! Oh, snap. Oh! Wow. Dang. I've never seen this movie before. He's a maniac. A maniac, I say, says Tari. Yeah, I didn't even thank the guy for fixing the flat tire of his car. He was about to steal. That's right. 100%. Beast. No thanks. Yeah. That's something else. There you go, guys. He's a man on a mission. Holy cow. Now, here's my question about this flick, and I'm really curious to see where this goes. Do you guys think he's going to stay silent the entire rest of the movie? Or do you think they're saving his talking for some pivotal moment he's going to say something? I'm kind of curious.
I trust that this
yes, that is
information
Antoine.
Answer all of
this
your
is
questions.
Lon
If I can
Chaney
be of
Jr.
any further
100%.
service,
Good
let me
eye,
know.
man. Yeah, he's
Sincerely, J.L. Louder, Captain Police,
he
L.A.
plays a criminal who
Another
swears
all point
vengeance
from
against
CHP,
3
Captain.
people who turned on him and got him the death sentence. They did an experiment on him, and he comes back to life, but he can't talk, but he's got all this power from this
These
experiment.
reports sound like they come from a bunch of loonies.
And
Sure do.
he cannot be killed.
There it is.
Indestructible
Sergeant.
man. Unbelievable.
I want Lieutenant Chasen to look these over as soon as he comes in.
All right, Captain.
The next morning, I read the stories of the brutal murder of the 2 police officers. I also read the witness's statement about the
agreed.
bullets having
You
no
never know.
effect upon the killer.
No, bullets can't stop. This guy's the Hulk.
I felt sorry for the witness, and I thought about how easily a person's mind can become confused when suddenly they receive a brutal shock. I didn't believe a man existed who could not be stopped by a slug from a .45.
And it's got a great noir
Good morning,
feel
Captain.
to it, Antoine. It's a
You
great
and the
noir.
rest of the force are going on
1956
24-hour
noir.
duty.
meets Universal
See the
Monsters.
headlines?
It's weird.
You mean this guy that's running amok up north?
Yeah, the latest report, he's killed 2 police officers. Made a getaway in a green coupe heading south.
Wow.
I've got a hunch this killer's gonna be our baby. He could be in town right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You better get started, Lieutenant.
Okay.
Any new leads on that hold-up money?
Agreed.
I think the girl can probably be counted out. If any of the others are wise, they're keeping mighty quiet.
Well, let it ride for now. The whole force is gonna be on the spot until we catch this killer.
Good luck.
Newspapers will have a field day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Tari, and Mark, I think you're right. It's, I think he'll be silent.
We were
for the
wrong
whole
about
movie.
2 things.
Then again, if saving
The
his
killer
voice
was
for the
already
role
in
would be
our
better,
city,
good one. Yeah, you
and we
never
didn't know he was
the
Butcher
silent
Benton.
works really well.
He headed straight for Eva Martin. He went to her dressing room to get back the map he had left in the envelope with her.
Boy.
He wanted first to check his money, then catch up with Lowe and the others.
Dang. Wow.
Can't be. But you do look like him. Only different somehow.
Oh, this is creepy.
It is you.
Wow.
Why didn't somebody tell me?
Yeah.
What's happened, Charles?
Bonjour, says Antoine Dennison.
Those look like bullet holes. Are they?
Wow. Yeah, having
Isn't
this phone
it Mark?
last time. Next time, what a cake indeed. Oh! Dang. Yeah, I'm a little worried about he's gonna go my cement. Yep.
I opened it like you told me. I found the $50.
Whoa, dude.
I didn't know why he left it. Oh, Paul didn't know why he was here.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
Don't think crazy.
Uh-oh. Maybe.
The name of Paul triggered his hate. He left her dressing room and started for Squeamy Ellis and Joe Marcelli's
Oh,
place.
thank God she said his name.
Because he knew, with them out of the way, Paul Lowe couldn't open the strong box where the money was hidden.
Dang.
He thought of Squeamy and Joe first. He was saving
There
Paul
you have
Lowe
it.
for last.
Steaming hot beats is important. Amen. You did not. How's your father? You did not miss the diaphanous. We have hope. Well, I mean, this is what we have in its stead, which is not that bad. Oh God, dare we ever even think about those prices that we just saw? Holy cow! And hail! How's your father? It's great to see you back. Very likely, yeah. Yeah, that was close, Mighty Bot Studio. You ain't kidding. There's been a lack of diaphanous, but plenty of dressing rooms. Amen. We have silk robes. She looks good. I'll absolutely say so. Yeah, she's like a Marilyn Monroe stunt double. There's my cameo. Which one was your
Hey,
cameo?
Eva, can I borrow your eyebrow pencil?
Okay.
Operator, get me police headquarters.
My goodness.
Lieutenant Chasen, please.
Mm-hmm.
When do you expect him? Well, tell him Charles Benton is alive, and even bullets can't stop him.
Oh, there
I'm
you
not
go.
crazy.
See if they put 2 and 2 together, but it sounds like they've just about figured out
Just
this whole
say
thing.
a friend of Charles. He'll know.
Dang. I can't believe I've never heard of this movie, and I'm not saying I've heard everything, but yeah, where is Tammy D? Tammy D, if you're watching this later, we miss you.
After leaving a message for me, Eva telephoned Squeamy Ellis. She tried to tell him the butcher was alive and on his way over to kill him.
Yep.
Squeamy didn't believe her, and in a way you couldn't blame him.
I like
Who in
this
their right
narration.
mind would believe a man had returned from the dead? What Squeamy
Wow.
actually believed was that the butcher, before his execution, had hired
Yeah,
a
she
killer
did.
to
She
carry
ratted
out
him
his
out.
threat.
But no one's believing her. Hopefully the police detective does. Uh-oh.
You sick? What? You don't look so good to me.
10 minutes, Eva.
All right. Say, Eva, I could take over the matinee trick for you. What? It's easy. Look, Eva, I can do it. Scub-up-de-doo-doo-doo. Oh, Francine, I just thought of something. Yeah?
Eva agreed to let Francine do the show.
Well.
She hoped she'd be able to interrupt the butcher before he arrived at Squeamy's hotel. Or, failing that, at least be able to warn him to stay out of sight.
So yeah, no diaphanous nightgowns, but
You want to meet Captain?
My goodness.
Yeah, I just had a rundown on those fingerprints, the stolen car up
See, oh,
north.
you sick?
We
Yeah.
got nothing on the driver who was killed or the woman with him. Take a good look at these.
Oh dear. Where on earth could Rocky be? That's my question.
There's something funny about these.
Where could he be?
The boys in the lab can't figure it out either.
Stay tuned.
Those are the killers. They were found on the steering wheel. Looked like they'd been stamped in with a steel die.
They sure do.
Dang. Look at that.
These are Butcher Benton's.
Antoine.
They look the same to me. How do the lab boys explain that?
I don't.
If we get onto this
Their best
subject,
guess is
it's
a
just
twin
going to go
brother.
on forever because I have the same
An identical
question.
twin could have the same pattern of whorls with
100%
only
the same
slight
question.
variations.
It's what I want to draw.
Ever hear of the
It's
butcher
what I
having
want
a
to
twin
paint.
brother?
I
No.
don't
Even
grasp.
if he did, it
like,
wouldn't explain these
I don't
freak
grasp it.
prints.
It is not
You didn't pick up
graspable
your
by me.
message, Lieutenant. Some wacky dame calls you.
Yeah, Rocky.
And
get
she
it.
says Charles Benton is alive, and bullets
You on
won't
the road?
stop him.
If we
Yeah, that's true. He could be visiting comic shops.
Who was she? Where'd she see him?
Well, she wouldn't leave her name. Sounded kind of hysterical to me. Said she was a friend of the butcher's.
Eva Martin.
Get over to the Follies and see what that girl knows.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Some guys have all the luck. I never drew an assignment to the Follies.
Awesome one. Holy cow.
Meanwhile, the butcher headed for Squeamy's hotel. He
Yeah, I
didn't seem
think
to
there
be
is a
in any
joke in there somewhere,
particular
John.
hurry. Actually, he seemed like any normal person.
Look
on
at
his
this
way to
guy.
work, or on his way
Yeah, he
home.
seemed like any other normal person, but he looks like he's towering over everybody he just walked past. Yeah, we can't firmly grasp it. You're right, it makes no sense.
He rode up Angel's Flight.
Oh, come on now. Look at that.
Scanned the hotel building and then noticed the only
Love
exit
that.
from Squeamy's apartment. A fire escape.
So cool. Wild. I'm telling you, this is like the Bill Bixby Hulk. It's wild. Yeah, Rocky's such a good guy, Sean. You're lucky to have him as a friend. You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. 30 years. Love that guy. Love that guy. Yeah. It's funny, we both push each other to keep trying to take our work further and keep doing things, and it's one of those great things. You guys know. I'm so glad he's on YouTube and doing the things he's doing, and you guys get to see what I came to know over 30 years. Terrific guy. Terrific guy. Oh my God, look at that dress and shoes. Wow. Yeah, get out of there, kiddo. Hey, Diesel in the house. Right back at you, brother. Much love. It's good to see you, man. Oh, man, on crutches, you are not in good shape against this dude. Oh, my God. Diesel, we are watching a human tank who was sentenced to death in a gas chamber, was a part of an electrical experiment. Now he's bulletproof, super strong, like the Incredible Hulk. And he's going after the 3 criminals who turned states on him and got him convicted. You know, agreed. Exactly right. Exactly right. Amen. So yeah, this guy is a tank. Hail Diesel. Yeah, this is the Terminator before the Terminator. And I don't know, Diesel, what you make of that, but that's a little bit of all right too, man. Woo. And the guy who plays the human tank right there is the gentleman Lon Chaney Jr., who played the Wolfman in the 1941 original Wolfman movie. Incredible. Yeah, it is a little internet gas, I gotta give you that. Yeah, it's got that element to it. I mean, this dude, there's like a tank coming after him that's bulletproof, and he's like trying to get away on crutches. There are not a lot of worse nightmares one can have. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry to break it to you, no pun intended, but you're in for it. Oof. Oh! 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 Wow!
The butcher was figuring his next step. And as he looked at the dead cop, he thought about Paul Lowe, the next man on his list.
Yeah.
Seen Joe Marcelli?
Not since last
Yeah,
night.
he just tossed that guy like pigskin, man. That was something. Just taking out the laundry, amen. I think once that starts going down, it's time you need to get out of Dodge if you're one of the people on his little hit list. Woohoo!
Look.
Yep.
I need help. Just found out. Benton hired a killer to get me.
Always with the class.
He's after Joe, too. Then
Well, then drink
yeah,
up
do you
and
need to
get
practice
out.
running
I
his?
don't
I'm
want no trouble
assuming you
around
do.
my place.
It strikes me as a skill.
Drink
but,
up and get
she's
out,
quite good
I
at
said.
it. Dang. Woo. Well, I mean, what can you do? I mean, look at the entranceways and everything to those doors. So beautiful. It's wild because it's almost like the Incredible Hulk meets the Fugitive meets the Terminator. Really wild story. And a little bit of Frankenstein in there, too. Look at that elevator. My goodness. I think that's a pretty famous... Am I wrong? I think that's a pretty famous building in Los Angeles that's been in a lot of movies. Let me know, folks in the LA area and people who know your movie history. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a very, very famous... I think they even used it in The Artist, or a version of it in The Artist, because it's used in so many movies. Yeah, I don't think a door is going to stop this cat. Oh, Angel Flight is 2 was in Bosch. There you go. God, I know it. That's what I've been thinking about today. Yeah. So what's he doing now? Oh, is he in the guy's place? Oh, he's looking for the map, maybe. Oh. That ain't good. That's right. Yeah, where is Stephen Rockwood? I miss Stephen Rockwood. Where has he been? He must be working. Must be doing some art. Much love, Stephen Rockwood. Look at this. Oh, he's almost gleeful, lying in wait. Yes, it is with Stephen Rockwood. I don't know what I'd do without him. Oh, look at that elevator. Man! Angel Flights, there it is. Yeah. Well, I don't have a feeling it's going to be. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Oh, Man. Diesel.
Operator, get me the police.
My man.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, Terry. Jordan Horst, it's good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Yeah. That was something. That was something. That was something.
Guy
But
named
the body's
Squeamy
at
got
the
thrown from the
floor.
fifth floor.
Right.
He's dead on a Mac.
Yeah.
Customer of mine.
You mean Squeamy Ellis?
Yeah, that's it.
Just
Oh,
Squeamy.
man.
No one else.
Sister, I wouldn't be going
woman, huh?
anywhere near any of this business. I would get out of Dodge quick. You've got a human tank, you know? Welcome,
I tell you,
welcome,
the bullets
Jordan.
never even phased him. He must have been wearing a bulletproof vest. God help us when the papers get a hold of this.
Jeez.
Keep an officer on duty here till you hear from me. We'll get a stakeout on Joe Marcelli.
I'd like to talk to Joe.
Yeah, she's a
Lauder,
piece
I'm
of
gonna
work if
call
she's in love with
San
him. I'm telling you that
Suppose
right now.
Benton is alive.
But he's saying
Every
that
available man's been put on the case
Bush
now.
might be my new hero.
Yes, sir.
Boy,
All
I
right.
tell you what, that's a very
All
nice
right.
dress, isn't it?
Anything new?
Report on Dr. Bradshaw, owner of the station
That's another
wagon.
thing. I'm like, what
The San
happened to some
Francisco
of these
police
outfits?
located his
Good
laboratory
Lord.
in the basement of an electrical power receiving station.
Bradshaw, what's he know?
He's dead.
Yeah, if your name is
Another
Squeamy in the
man,
movie,
too,
you're gonna die.
his assistant. The lab is a
Absolutely
shambles.
agreed.
But now we're getting some action from San Francisco.
100%.
Benton's body never arrived at the mortuary where it was supposed to go.
There you go.
An
Now they're putting
attendant
it
there
together.
finally broke down, admitted he picked up some quick cash by handing the body over to a man he was unable to identify. The man was driving a station wagon.
Blast it, man. The chief's on my neck, and the commissioners are on his, and the mayor's on theirs. Now, am I supposed
That
to
sounded
tell
like
them that our
Beverly Hills
killer
Cop
is
for
a
a minute
dead
there.
man?
They found a
The
notebook
executive
in
chief did all the
Bradshaw's
chief?
lab.
The chief
It
just
ties
chewed?
his experiments in with a Professor Dwiggins at Caltech. I hope to hear from Dwiggins soon.
Captain, report from the valley on a hysterical woman. Reports the presence of the killer.
Hysterical
There's the
woman.
location.
Let's
go.
That's all we got on her. No, I absolutely know. Yeah, Sean, don't you know being feminine is impression? Yes, it is for us. For sure. But that's our own damn vault, as they say. Dwiggins, that's right.
You and your boyfriend had a little fight, and he got out of the car to take a walk. You noticed that he walked down toward the sump area in the direction where you'd seen those lights
Wow.
a short while before.
Time for some hard times, beef
What
jerky.
happened then, miss? Please
These
try to
hard
tell
times.
us.
Well, I just sat there a few minutes, I guess. I was pretty mad. Then there was a loud crash, like heavy metal, sort of, from down here. I got out of the car to get a better look. I heard Jimmy cry out something. I couldn't make out the words. Then down here, in a patch of light, was Jimmy. And coming toward him was this man,
There you go.
big man. Lifted Jimmy up over his head like he didn't weigh a thing. Jimmy screamed. Just once. Before he broke Jimmy's back. I heard it snap.
Oh.
Not far away. Then I started running till I found this house. They let me use the phone.
You ain't kidding. Wow.
Thank you, miss. We'll see that you get home right now.
Man.
O'Malley, see
What a
that the young
great
lady
movie,
gets home all right.
guys. I'm loving this. What a great movie for our first one of the new year.
Paul Lowe,
I'm looking forward to
while
so many more
driving to his
Thursdays with
office,
you guys.
heard a radio
Love
commentator
doing the show
report
with
the
you
murder
guys.
of Joe Marcelli. And what shocked him most was when the broadcast identified the killer as possibly being the
Film
butcher.
noir, late film noir.
Lowe headed straight for
1956.
Eva Martin at the Burlesque Theater.
Oh, you gave me a start, Mr. Lowe.
What are you doing here? Where's Eva?
Oh, I'm taking her place. I'm going to wear her costumes. What's it to you?
I asked you, where's Eva?
Hey, don't get physical. And watch your tone of voice, Buster. I told you. Little Eva isn't here.
I could see that for myself. Where is she?
She's at police headquarters. That's where she is.
Yes,
Well,
sir. No, sir. Captain
just got
Lauder's
ratted
still
out.
with the mayor. The killer dropped out of sight. He was last seen
Yep.
in the Hollywood
Amen.
area. Yes, sir.
Don't drop
we
me.
know
That's
he's
right.
dangerous.
I bet that's what he
Every
said,
angle's
man.
being covered.
He was bad, bad. Leroy
Yes,
Brown.
sir. I'll tell him.
Oh, thank you, Terry. Absolute providence and happenstance. It's amazing how these things come together. We've watched so many movies I knew nothing about that I can't imagine my life before watching these movies on Pizza Live, which is so great. You know, City of the Dead is just a fantastic film. So is Screaming Skull. Oh my gosh. It's just, there's so much great stuff. So many great movies,
sorry, it's
too.
the best our wardrobe department could afford. Any idea how soon the captain will be back?
Look
now look, I'm going to see the captain if I have to wait here all night.
Oh.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, he cracked spine, too.
Charles killed Squeamy and Joe.
Joe, too?
Yep.
Benton?
Agreed.
He's alive. I saw him, but nobody will believe me.
I'm checking it.
Yeah, I hear what you're
My
saying.
guess
Diesel.
is
Not
whoever
kidding.
killed them is on the
It's a
trail of the money
beautiful look,
load.
isn't it?
Now maybe you better start talking if you know anything about it.
I don't know anything.
Did the
I agree,
butcher have a
J-Bob,
brother?
I agree 100%. That voiceover does.
No brother.
It was Charles. I saw the tattoo on his arm.
Wow.
Look, I demand police protection.
Where's the money, Lowe?
You heard me. I demand protection.
That's
I know my
true.
rights.
We
So
put
I'm glad you
stakeouts
weren't,
in your office and home.
so that we could meet.
Well, that's not enough.
That's the cool thing about it, right?
It's enough as far as we're concerned.
We're all here together for this crazy time that we have, and it's a miracle that we get to meet each other. Damn!
Are you going to book me, Sergeant?
Dan, throw away the key.
Woo! I think he's trying to keep himself in jail. Yeah, I don't think those. We're gonna see a scene where bars get split apart. Okay. So I guess there was a little audio video pause right there. Back to the movie, hopefully. I think. A little brief commercial break. Here we are.
Thank you.
I love it.
Come up with anything yet, Dick?
Oh, we've checked every hotel, motel, and rooming house in town.
My God.
We've run a cross-check on every hangout butcher ever used. Net
There you
results, blank.
This is incredible. We not only discover a dead man turned killer, but it's beginning to look like he plays ghost, too.
Yes, we can.
He's somewhere in this city.
2025,
If
we
we
bring it
have to
back.
take it apart brick by brick, we've got to get him.
I may be way off, but I think Paul Lowe could tell us a lot.
Maybe. But it's a cinch he's not going to.
Well, suppose he had no alternative.
You better grab some coffee. Your mind's beginning to play tricks on you.
No, now, wait a minute. When Lowe came to us for police
Just the
protection,
way
it
they
was because he
stage
was
things in
scared
these
stiff
movies.
the butcher would add him to the list of Squeamy Ellis and Joe Marcelli.
Just incredible.
Go on.
It figures, too. When he slugged the sergeant, he knew we'd book him right away. Oh, this Lowe's a pretty cute character. But we can play the same game.
You mean we'll threaten to release him?
Well, not exactly.
I like these guys.
You tell him you realize that he was excited, that throwing the punch was accidental. Tell him we're not going to make a charge, that he's
Maybe.
completely released.
Lieutenant, you know we can't do that. Lowell made his first mistake when he hit the sergeant, and that'll get him a year.
Yep.
As far as the department's concerned,
Rock
at least
Cran,
it's a
what's
small
up? How you
victory.
doing, man?
If my hunch is right,
Grab yourself a
Lowe
slice,
won't
brother.
want to be on the
Slice
streets
here. I
with
always
the
have
butcher
the
looking
Pizza
for
Hut.
him. And he may
When I'm
talk
making
and
Pizza
talk a
Live
lot.
videos for to watch. with
Enough
you guys.
maybe
It's
for
the
us to
fun
get
part
rid of him
about it.
permanently.
He does sound
Even
like a
lead us to
radio
the
actor.
butcher.
If he's frightened enough, that might work. But if
Pizza
it doesn't...
parties with friends across the country and around the
No,
world.
Dick, I'm not going to
That's what's
release
fun
him.
about this show.
I want him out of my way so
Welcome.
bad I can taste it,
Welcome,
but not
everybody.
bad enough to be
Thank you for hitting the
responsible for
like
getting
and
him
all that
killed.
stuff, too. I
The good
appreciate
thing about that, Captain, is the fact we know it, but Lowe doesn't.
Let's give it a try.
All right, Lowe. Come on out.
Right, think about it. That doesn't sound appealing, yeah? Yep.
I think
Oh,
you'll
Pizza
find
ain't
everything
live,
in there.
Pizza.
You're free to go, Mr. Lowell.
Wait a minute. Who do you think you're kidding? You arrested me for assaulting an officer. Court, I'll plead guilty. With luck, I might get off with 6 months.
For a lawyer, you're forgetting a very important point. If no charge is made, there's no trial.
Oh,
It was a
nice.
tough day for everyone. We figured your nerves were on edge, and when you threw the punch, you didn't know what you were doing. I've squared everything with the sergeant. It's all over, all forgotten.
Yeah? Why'd you bring a stenographer?
Simply because I wanted a record of our conversation at the time of your release.
Nice.
Okay, Lowell, let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. Once out on those streets and I'm a dead man. You let me go, you'll be responsible for murder.
Oh, come off it, Lowe. You're imagining things.
You know the
Nice.
butcher threatened to kill me. You set me free, he'll do it.
Well, that's just a risk we'll have to take.
Yep.
The way I look
Clock's
at it,
ticking.
Mr. Lowell, you'll be okay.
Look, Captain, I'll make a deal with you. You keep me here, and I'll tell you how to recover the money. Maybe even catch the butcher.
No deals, Lowell. You'd probably tell us anything just to stall for time. Come on, let's get out of here.
Now, wait a minute. All right.
Smart guy.
I'll tell you the truth. Start taking this down.
Here it is. Yep.
I, Paul Lowe, hired Butcher Benton, Squeamy Ellis, and Joe Maselli to pull off the armored car holdup.
There it is.
And then Lowe continued with his confession. He told us about finding the map. He showed us the exact location of where the butcher had hidden the stolen payroll. And he gave us a most important answer. The explanation as to how the butcher was able to elude detection.
Okay.
His means of escape was the sewer system that entered our city.
$600,000 these guys stole. Think about what that would be today. That's an absurd amount of money. Walking through the water. Ready to
The
kill.
department went to work fast. Every police squad in the city was detailed to cover a specific area. Every entrance and exit to the Los Angeles city sewer system of 700 miles was covered. Captain Lauder and I, along with several other squads, headed for the entrance where, according to the map, Butcher had hidden the money. Our job was to stop him, and that made me think of one specific question. When we found him, could this monster be stopped? I, for one, wasn't sure.
Yeah, no kidding. You're telling me. But it was insane. Like, that's money you don't want to take back then with other people. You know, they'll kill you for that. Brains taste awful, my man. How are you doing? How do you like the fact that this show takes place? I know you've been here tons, but takes place.
City engineers mapped out each possible exit.
The night.
A squad of officers are spotted at every point. If the butcher can be caught, now's the time.
I remember we talked
After I
last time
talked to Caltech, I called on the fire department for a little help.
Who played Zombie
The professors thought a flamethrower might stop him.
Flamethrower?
I suppose our boys have had a chance to join our squads by now. See, we have one with us here.
Have you thought about what'll happen if this doesn't work?
No. I've been praying too hard that it will work.
Yeah, you need a few sticks of dynamite when it comes to this kid. Boy. They have flamethrowers? What are they doing? Look at this. My God. What are they getting themselves into? I mean, you've got an indestructible man who can't be shot, can't be stabbed, and none of that stuff. You can't have any of that stuff. Is that what I think it is? Did I just see a bazooka? I'm pretty sure I just saw a bazooka. And here he is, Lon Chaney Jr., 15 years after playing the Wolfman in the original 1951 Wolfman and then countless other movie roles, including his roles in Abbott and Costello, Meet Frankenstein and the Wolfman, etc., etc. His return as Dracula, his return as Mummy. What an amazing actor. And of course his start in Of Mice and Men, the John Steinbeck black and white film adaptation. Leg Kick One, it's great to see you, man. How are you doing? It's great. Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much for popping in to say hello. I do appreciate it. Yeah. You know what? I'm with you on that. Yep. It's looking close. Yes, exactly. Oh my. John, you said it. Think about what kind of trouble you'd be in if you had some, yeah, no kidding, I agree with you, J-Bot. Think of what kind of trouble you would be in if you had taken that money with 3 people and they were cutthroats. Nothing good about that. And Happy New Year, Leg Kick One, by the way, if I haven't said already. Happy New Year to all of you guys. Happy 2025. It's great to see you. And I'm glad we got another year just doing this crazy Pizza Live stuff. Understood, Leg Kick One. Understood, my friend. Look at this, but a really grand movie Leg Kick One. Gonna want to catch this one. This one's really good. mean, it's up there with some of my favorites we've done on this show right now. Great cast, great writing, film noir, you know, nice monologue over it, noir-style monologue. It's pretty impressive. You know? Yeah, yesterday, what's today? Thursday, yeah. Yesterday I was in covering the Mrs. Workplace for a friend of hers.
This map's right. We're
I had
off
a
our
5
course.
a.m. call.
You'll have
and
to
I felt
backtrack.
it. Look at that. They got a map of, oh, this is so cool. This movie just keeps getting better and better. It's just got great set pieces, great actors, really interesting plot. I dig it. You know, this is such a great space for a finale. Yeah, Tormented was absolutely terrifying and great. Yep. Yep, 100%. Yeah, he's probably the only person strong enough to open that thing. Did he just rip the handle off of a safe? Or off of a deposit box? My God. He's ripping that thing apart like it's licorice. Good Lord. Wow. Yeah, I know. Exactly, right? What's going to top it? We had a banger first year. Look at that. Whoa, that's something you don't see very often in these movies. Dolly run shot. Wow. Yes, he does have a bazooka, folks.
I didn't have it.
What? Wow. Yeah, I know. They gotta reload. Do it again. Whoa. Good God. He is the Hulk. Wow. Yep. Yep. Fire. Wow. This is crazy. 27-24. God bless. Oh, man. Now he looks more like the Thing than the Hulk, but holy cow. Certainly not his first acting role in makeup. He's played he's one of the, I think, the only actors to play all the monsters. He played Dracula and Son of Dracula, I think it was. He played Frankenstein's monster. He played the Mummy, and of course Wolfman. He was the only person. Yep. Indeed. Oh, here you go. I think I know where this is going. Wow. Whoa. Yeah, we're talking about some serious economy of scale, economy of economy. Wow. Look at these guys. I mean, this is some King Kong stuff right here. Wow. It's either King Kong or White Heat, you know what I mean? With Cagney climbing up to the top. Yeah, very White Heat. Now that I'm looking at it. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure you can get inside of the door. What the heck? Wow. It is, I agree. Dang. Look at that. What a great set piece. Tell me that's not a great set piece, guys. Wow. Incredible. Yeah, he could have. You know, that's right. Oh, dear. Whoa. Agreed.
And the
Wow.
tremendous shock of electricity that brought the butcher back to life destroyed him. The $600,000 stolen in the armored truck robbery has been recovered. Case closed.
Incredible. Look at that. I want to see the next episode of this.
I'll hear the scientist comments for your records. I had to fill in a few spots with my own
Hey,
guesses,
Skeleton
but
Core
I guess
Comics.
that's
How are
about
you
the
doing, my
size of it.
friend? It's great to have you
You
a channel
didn't
member.
sleep?
I was
Oh,
just
not
updating
much.
the credits before.
How's the
so
girl today?
Everybody's
Well,
name's
I
going to
called
be
the
in the
hospital
credits as a
about an
channel
hour
member.
ago. She'd
Thank you so
gone.
much.
Gone? Where?
She told him she was a working girl and that she'd been away from the job too long already.
Quite a girl.
Yeah. Say, how about that time off I've got coming?
48 hours, beginning right now. Some resting.
Oh, man. 48 hours rest. Hey, look at that.
You know
Oh.
something, Dick? The past 72 hours seemed like a bad dream. That rest in the hospital today really gave me a new lease on life.
Look at that.
Now that it's over, I can't believe it actually happened.
The important thing is to remember it is all over.
Amen.
I suppose
You know how
you'll
it
be
goes.
assigned to another case.
Lucky for 2 days.
I'll have to give up hamburgers in the front seat of the car for
Amen.
steaks in a restaurant.
No. I've thought about that. In fact, I decided to do something about it. I started by talking the captain into a short holiday, and just about an hour ago, I got you fired.
What? What did you do that for?
I figured that being my wife would take up all of your time.
Come on now.
Even if I wanted to say no, I couldn't. You're not supposed to say no to a detective.
I figured that, too.
Hey! Based. How is that for a flick, guys? How is that for a flick? Yeah, it's a bit cheesy, Terry, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. I will take it. I will take that cheesiness. I'm down for it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yes. He shoots. He scores. Yes, he does. You gotta love it. Yeah, the man gets his woman. Yeah, the man got his woman. It's pretty impressive, man. You don't see that a lot these days. That was quite funny. Yeah, what a way to propose. I got you fired. I don't know if that would work as well today, but yes, indeed. Thank you, Terry. I know. I love it. Listen, man, I love what you guys have to say about all this stuff, and we love the cheesiness, and we laugh at the cheesiness, but you know what the coolest thing is? We're here, we get to hang out, we get to talk movies, and we just get a little break from everything, and that's really what this show is about, and that's what I like to do on this channel, man. When I'm making my paintings, I'm thinking Bob Ross. I'm actually, as you can see behind me, working on a painting right now. This is a commission for my man Lloyd. So for those of you guys who haven't seen me posting about this on X or anywhere else, I'm probably going to put a high-res photo of this up on the channel members. But there you go, man. Yeah, I think they kind of more blew him up with the electricity, Tari, I'll tell you. Or how's your father? Sorry. Couldn't tell. I could only see the colored corner out of here from of the blue-green. But yeah, so this right here is something I'm working on right now. And of course, all of the Nosfero stuff, guys. The link to the Nosfero Second Chance campaign, which will allow you to get the oxidized edition that is going to have this lovely painting in it, is the pins to the chat. So if you guys haven't backed it yet, we're one backer away from 200. It's crazy to think about, and I couldn't be more happy and more grateful to you guys for all of your support. So thank you so much for being here, guys. It's going to be, oh yeah, I cannot wait. I've been working like crazy on that for Lloyd because, you know, you guys hanging out here in the chat, I don't do a lot of commissions because I'm just crazy swamped with all the work going on. But, you know, there's some special case scenarios where I get to do that kind of thing. And of course, when people back head sketches on my campaigns, it's probably the only sure way to get an original from me. But here's the thing about it, guys. You know, my wife was going over computer usage because she wanted to track like how often she was using apps, and our computer stuff got linked up. And she said, "Sweetheart, it says that yesterday you were using Photoshop for 20 hours. And I went, She goes, "You know there's only 24 hours in a day, right?" And I was like, Yeah. But I've been working on Spring Ball, and then when I'm not working on Spring Ball, I'm working on painting. So it's been very around the clock, which is why things have been crazy. But I want to keep this routine with you guys. I want to watch this show, and I want to make sure I'm doing some live streams where I'm painting. And sometimes I get a little bit hung up on that stuff, you know, where I'm just like, oh, I got to get the credits done, and I got to make a thumbnail, and I got to do all this stuff. And but I appreciate you guys' patience and your incredible support. And it's crazy, you know, that what we're doing here, and this book right here and the Second Chance campaign for this book would not exist without you guys. Nosfero the Crypt Walker, guys. It's incredible to me because I had the opportunity on New Year's Eve to go to the movies with Mrs. Engetti, and we watched Nosferatu, which I loved. I thought it was fantastic. But I was thinking about how, you know, when I'm creating things, I'm always trying to think of telling a story with, you know, that has a beginning, middle, and end. No, I'm not into that. I'm not into that invention. I don't trust it. That sleep. Yes, indeed. I know, Cranberry Landers. I know. Don't worry. She's getting on me about it. And the thing about it is, I love movies and I love stories and I love doing stuff with Nosfero where it's like I give you a beginning, middle, and end, and it's a very rich story and it's handcrafted and it just gives you that just complete experience. And so seeing that was just a huge shot in the arm for enthusiasm about work and everything like that. I just loved it. Diesel, I'm so glad you liked it, man. Yeah, it was something, you know. I saw there were a lot of people checking that movie out too. I will tell you that, man. Yeah, it's true. That's absolutely true. But what if I'm undead? Think about that. You know, it's possible. Yeah. It's and that's one of those great things too in terms of, you know, people getting excited about something and saying, "Hey, listen, we want the character to look the way we want the character to look." And the power of listening, you know, when you're taking a beloved property that you're the steward of is quite the incredible thing. So, yeah, guys, it's been a crazy couple of days and a crazy couple of weeks, I will say. But I'm glad to be back here with you guys. I'm looking forward to a really great 2025 with all of you. And so, yeah, let's wrap things up. So let me just say this, folks, from the heart of Lovecraft country and the birthplace of American religious liberty, it's 2025. My name is Shanthan Jetty. You're watching Shanthan Jetty Art. And it's a pleasure doing this show, Pizza Live, episode 26, with you guys. And let me say as well, as I always like to close, speak easy, stay gold, keep the faith, and of course, peace be with you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. And if you are a channel member, make sure you stay tuned because your name is going to be in these credits that are about to roll. Yes, indeed, we are going to do good in the new year. And hail, David D. It's great to see you. Good night, my friend. Good night, Skeleton Core Comics. Have a great night, everybody. Hail Comicsgate. Indeed, that is given me so many amazing things, and I just love it. Auf Wiedersehen, vielen Dank, Comrade Sammy. And yes, indeed, everybody. Take care. Tari, take care of yourself. Stay safe. Listen to what they say, and get out of Dodge if you have to, because I know this stuff is crazy there right now. So yeah, we are all definitely praying for you, Tari, for you to make it through this safe. May God bless and keep you, my friend. Yes, indeed, guys. I will see you guys soon. Good night. How's your father? Good night, Terry. It's great to have you here. Let me see here. Have I missed anything else? Let me see. Okay, I think I got almost everybody. Yes, indeed. Cranberry Langers, David D., all of you guys. J-Bot, good night, my friend. Rock Crin, adios, my friend. I appreciate it. And yes, I will see all of you guys very, very soon. And so again, guys, thank you so much. And here are the credits. And thank you guys for making this possible, because this show would not be possible without all of you guys who are channel members making this stuff happen. So we appreciate you. Take care, and God bless Tari. See you guys soon.